Hello, I'm back. Ooh. Okay, let's get some music going on. And we're going to play the Mimi song again. Now, this one is going to be a little rough. I tried to put trigger warning at the front because yes, hello Michelle, hello Ziggly Chick with the crown. Yes, we're gonna do this. The island, and a victim is asked a question, and basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna go off of AT2's video, and we appreciate AT2 for allowing us to watch it. Thank you, AT2. Thank you. Okay, so Ziggy Lee told me what she was having plans for her Thanksgiving. What are you doing, Michelle, for Thanksgiving? I'm going over to my sister's house, and I got to pack our clothes, get our stuff together because we're going to spend the night. And Juanita's. We were going to have it at my house. I was like, oh, God, I got to get the scrubbing and cleaning and really getting it together. But they decided not to and have it at Juanita's, which means maybe next year it'll be at my house. Eating with the family, watching football and cooking and eating and sleeping. And Kara is not going to eat any of that. So I got to pack her separate food, like her pizza, her corn dogs, her muffins, and just different stuff for her to eat. Hello, Snowdrop. Hello. Look at my wonderful mods. Hello, Demon Dictator. Okay, so we're going to get started. I don't want to wait too long because we've done enough chit chat. And basically, this might be a little triggering for some. Okay, I haven't seen it, but the way AT2 describes it, it's something. Okay, AT2. Okay, let me go down. I don't want to accidentally bring up its page by mistake or because I need to get to AT2's. Yeah, I just thought that was really weird. Okay, here we go. Let me turn on my air conditioner. It's hot. Woo. Buffy, what's wrong? You're on the door? Right back, guys. Oh, the hot toddy turned out really good. I made a hot toddy because my husband wasn't feeling well. And I was a little like under the weather. And it worked. It did what it needed to do. All right, popping in, but way in the back, as busy with work. Okay, Snowdrop. Hello, Lisa. Hello, and welcome. Welcome to the Mimi Show. And then after that, we're going to get into the interview. So hopefully we do an hour. If I come to an hour and we're still talking about this stuff, let me know. And we will move on to part 2, which is Meghan's interview. Okay, and it's supposed to be really good today. So you don't want to miss either segment. Okay, here we go. Share the live. Give it up to AT2 again.
Now Charlene Richard, an Epstein survivor who's...
Week, Marjorie Taylor Greene did an interview with CNN and they asked her about well, do you think Trump might be implicated in this? Because why is he trying to hide the Epstein files, right? Well, she said that she talked to all the victims and all the victims never mentioned Trump. I find that hard to believe, and especially after Jeffrey Epstein's emails got released. And basically he say right here, Trump asked Elaine to stop and he knew about the girls. And with this interview with one of the Epstein survivors, she can't answer yes or no. Please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and
Okay, so basically, this is one of Epstein's victims. They're going to ask a question, and we're going to find out the answer. But before we get to the question, we want a little bit of background. So we do know that Donald J. Trump knew about the girls because according to Epstein's emails, he knew about the victims. He knew about these women. He knew about these girls. I should say girls because they were underage, not women, girls. Maybe clear. So just keep that in mind as we continue.
Let's get into this, y'all, because this is jaw-dropping.
Get it, AT2.
All right, so this interview is done by Jen Psaki from MSNBC, so let's get into it, you guys.
Joining me now is Charlene Richard, an Epstein survivor who's speaking out and telling her story for the very first time tonight. And Sky and Amanda Roberts, the brother and sister-in-law of Virginia Giuffre, who have been fighting tirelessly for justice in her memory. I don't think we would be at this point we are today without their advocacy. Thank you, Charlene, for being here with us today. I want to start by just asking you, you have been through so much and you have decided to share your story today. You spoke at a press conference on Capitol Hill today. It looked like you'd done it before, but and here you are to share your story. Why did you decide that now was the time you wanted to share what you've been through?
Did you ask?
Because I finally feel safe to be able to come out and tell my story, and I feel that it's time. Today is a monumental day, and I feel like we're making history, and I want to support everybody, all the girls that are there, and Sky and Amanda and everybody who's already been involved.
All but one in the House voted to release the files, by the way.
With this and speaking out before me.
I was watching your faces today when Charlene was talking, and so many of the other survivors, that you were not the only person who was speaking out for the first time today. It's so courageous what you did today and what you're here doing. And I was wondering what was going through your minds, because I know you think a lot about Virginia in these moments and how she inspired people, how she had the courage to come out. What was going through your mind when you were watching Charlene talk this morning?
Oh, wow.
I felt Virginia. I felt Virginia in her voice, in Charlene's story, and who she is. And I think she was there empowering every single one of them and every single one of us. And
Wow.
We just miss her so much.
Trigger warning.
But having this
Trigger.
bond and connection,
Let me
I gained
put
so
up
many
the
sisters, and I'm so grateful for it.
And by the way, Virginia Guffrey is the one that they said unalived herself. She was one of the main ones that came out and spoke against Jeffrey Epstein. She even released a book. So she's kind of like been the spearhead for all of this. And unfortunately, she took her own life.
It was a beautiful and powerful
Hello,
moment. And I think it's Virginia stays alive through all of us.
There's no question about that. And we're all wearing butterflies right now. I know Virginia's story has impacted so many people because they could see their daughters and their sisters and their neighbors. And I know that's part of why you want to share your story too. I know this is incredibly difficult. So you can share what you want of your story. It's yours to share. Let me start by just asking you how you got involved in Epstein's world to begin with.
So I was modeling and traveling as a model, and I met him through a friend. He was heavily involved in the modeling system. I think I want to call it a system because even though we have an agent and that agent gets us jobs, it's considered a job, but it's also can be worked as a different kind of system for predators. And it's important that people are aware of that. And that's another reason why I'm speaking out is because I really want all the young girls and boys, this is anybody, and not even if you're underage, if you're older as well, to understand what a predator is, what the signs are. And
mind you, Jeffrey used some of the girls that he was trafficking to recruit other girls. It's literally like how they run the street corners, the same thing. They use the girls to get other girls. It's really sad. And
it's just very important.
One of the things that has been so striking about the PSA campaign and also the press conference today was the holding of photos of a lot of the people who spoke of when they were approached by predators, I should say. I stumbled over there because I wanted to say it in the right way. Well, you were young.
Mm-hmm.
I would have
were
more than
in your teens.
Debbie.
Yes, I was in my early teens. Yep.
And
you only wrote 2 books. I would write a whole book about how I'm doing today. I'll have a journal. I have a whole YouTube explaining my situation. Speak out, victims. Speak out.
And you were modeling out there.
I was in New York, Miami, and on the island.
Self, of course, was a predator. Did you travel to the island?
Yes, I did. I was in New York, Miami.
Epstein himself, of course, was a predator. Did you travel to the island?
Yes, I did. I was in New York, Miami, and on the island.
Did you travel to Mar-a-Lago?
Yes, I did.
Here we go.
Woo! And how did you arrive at Mar-a-Lago? How did you end up going to Mar-a-Lago?
Wait a minute. I haven't seen this yet. This is my first time watching this with AT2. She's been to Mar-a-Lago? What the hell she's doing in Mar-a-Lago? What's she doing there? Can anybody answer that question for me? Question. Just say, I don't know if you don't know. I just wonder. Dale, do you know? Does AT2 have the vote breakdown? I don't know if he has the breakdown, but I know that there was one person that voted against it. And I think it was a Republican, Snowdrop. I'm not sure who it was. Let me look it up. I am going to hear her answer. But what was she doing there in the first place? What is her ties with Epstein and then her being at Mar-a-Lago. Now, she's already been to the island in New York and a few other places with him. So we're going to get to her question answer. We are. Wait, what did I wanted to say? Oh, I wanted to Google that for you. The vote for Epstein came out to be what? Okay, they're trying to force the release of this. So they have approved it, but there was one that was saying no. And which Senate rejected it? I think his name is Johnson. I don't know. Look it up for me, Snowdrop. Oh, yeah, she's been, yep, you're right. You're absolutely right, Snowdrop. She was at Mar-a-Lago. So was Donald Trump. But he didn't know that she was there. You think he knew Jack was there? Put a 1 in the chat if you think Donald Trump knew that Jag was at Mar-a-Lago. Put a 2 in the chat if it's a no. Yes, if he saw her and recognized her and can point her out today. 2 if it's a no. Please indulge me, guys. I guess not. Snowdrop. House representative hasn't gone to Senate yet. Okay, well, I know that one person, the House or someone, voted against it, and they were like, no, we're pushing forward. And his little vote didn't count. Why are they voting anyway? Why don't Trump just let them come out? He didn't want campaign for it. Can he make an executive decision to change to why do we have to vote? Didn't he campaign on this? He did. He said he was going to let it open up, and let's see what's going on inside. And now he's changing his mind because now they got to vote and all this other stupid stuff, which it should just be executive decision. It should be his decision. He makes the decisions about everything else, about food stamps, about Medicaid care. He can't make a decision. The National Guard, if he can bring the National Guard in, he can make a decision about some files. Now, come on now. Let's be real. Okay, let's get back to the story. Let me rewind it a little bit because I know I may have gotten us off just a tad.
Did you travel to Mar-a-Lago?
Yes, I did.
Here we go.
And how did you arrive at Mar-a-Lago? How did you end up going to Mar-a-Lago? Did he send you there? Were you told to go there? How did that happen?
There were a lot of model parties at the Mar-a-Lago. Different people would set them.
So he hadn't a clue. He didn't even know she was coming. You know, I think if it had been Obama, he would have been a little bit more attentive. I'm just saying. I just think that if I was going to go, I would have definitely wanted to meet the president. I met the president. I think she changed her political views after that too. I think she went straight Republican.
A lot of model parties at
Model
Mar-a-Lago. Different. There were a lot of.
Sorry.
Mar-a-Lago. How did you end up going to Mar-a-Lago? Did he send you there? Were you told to go there? How did that happen?
Hello.
There were a lot of model parties at the Mar-a-Lago. Different people would set them up, different magazines, and a limo would come and you'd jump in the limo and you'd go.
Ooh.
When Trump had his modeling agency back in the 90s with John Casablancas, who's another predator, yeah, they would have parties where the grown men would be judging these teen girls and seeing who was the best one and who was going to get selected to be a part of this modeling agency or to win this competition or whatnot. And mind you, the girls would be partying. And it's all like, why are teenagers partying? Now, some of them were over the age of 18, but some of them were not. They were 14, 15-year-old girls. Yeah.
They were 15 and 14.
It's hard to say that Trump didn't know, or and especially the email that I just showed you guys in the beginning. The email that Jeffrey Epstein wrote that said Trump asked Ghislaine to stop, and he knew about the girls and what was going on.
Jeffrey Epstein or someone who worked for him would tell you to go there?
No. It was just a place where something was held, a party was held, and people would go to different events.
This is about so much more than one person, Jeffrey Epstein or Ghislaine Maxwell or Donald Trump. But because Donald Trump is the person who, of course, owns Mar-a-Lago, I just have to ask if you think he was aware of that arrangement.
I don't know if he was aware. Actually, I can't answer that. I'm sorry.
You were in your teens. Yeah. And I think.
What was that about? She hesitated. Hello? She hesitated. Why did she hesitate, Debbie? And then she looked at her brother-in-law and her sister and was like, I don't know what I should say. Can I say that? Like she was looking at her lawyer. I'm not able to answer that. First, she was like, something's up with the answer, okay? Put a 1 in the chat if you think something's up with the answer. Now, she said, did you see Trump? Did you see him? Was he aware? Excuse me. Was he aware? Not did you see him. Was he aware? How could he not? It was happening at his hotel. He was there. Snowdrop. What is he trying to hide? I'm not buying her story. Mary says she ain't buying her story. Mary said she ain't buying it. Mary Taylor said, story ain't adding up. Story ain't adding up. AG2, she says. Ooh, that's a hard one.
This is important.
she's not believing your story. I believe she's a victim. I believe she knows more than what we know. And I think that she can't say certain things. But for her to hesitate, she should have just said no comment.
Important for people to understand that people were in their teens and were young, and you were you were a young model, and you were.
So, mind you, she said, I don't think I can answer that. That's a yes or no. What kind of NDA does Trump have these people under?
Well, she don't want to be,
because that should seem like a simple yes or no.
That ain't no simple yes or no.
Let me rewind that back.
She says
that was awkward as hell.
If she said that, if she was to come out and said that he knew what was going on, then all hell would break loose. So the hesitation, I question it. Sorry, Mary. I question it. The unsureness, can I say it or not? Is this a question I should be talking about? Oopsie daisy.
I can't answer that. I'm sorry.
Well, let me take it a little bit back.
Is a person who, of course, owns Mar-a-Lago. I just have to ask if you think he was aware of that arrangement.
I don't know if he was aware. Actually, I can't answer that. I'm sorry.
You were in your teens. You were in your teens, and I think this is important for people to understand that people.
It was his business. He was running it. How did he not know about these women? They were coming in behalf of him. Whoa.
But we're in their teens.
So if the bill goes to Trump's desk, what now? Now that it's on his desk, what does that mean, Debbie? I think so too, Michelle. I think it's all under investigation and she can't speak on it. I really do believe that. I believe that someone is trying to keep something from us. It's on his desk. How come he hasn't released it yet? He can make an executive decision. He can tell us, look, we're either going to not see the files or we're going to see the files. He can shut it down. He has the authority. I think it's all under investigation, and I think something is going down and something about to be bust wide open. Because you cannot tell me that he did not know what the hell was going on. Our little guy from the island has already said it in the emails that someone knew. And they're starting to show video. I saw a video with Donald Trump standing next to either Virginia or one of these girls. I did. Oh, this is hot. This is hot. I don't care what you say, what you're doing, what you're looking at. This is hot information.
Because I don't know, would have been like, oh, I don't know anything about that, not to my knowledge or something. But she said, I don't think I can answer that. Does anybody else find this weird?
Right. Demon dictator.
Again, when I told you guys in the beginning that Marjorie Taylor Greene said she talked to all the victims and all the victims said Trump had nothing to do with it, I find that hard to believe. Because if she can't answer this question just a simple yes or no, that lets me know that this thing.
I think this list is extremely big. We need to see it. We need to see. These people need to be brought to justice. right? If in fact he knew and he was a part of this, and the files say as much because the email is saying it, and now this young lady is hesitant to say it. And do you guys think there is a possibility that he knew and something went down? Or are we just going to pretend like, because if it was Bill Clinton or if it was Joe Biden, we would really be digging into it. We would really be talking about it. Look. And who knows? They might be on the list. Bring out the list. Somebody did something to Epstein. Oops, somebody did something to that guy on the island. Somebody didn't want us to know something. This is some. Ooh. No. Show the files. Show the files. If you have nothing to hide, show the files. He wants to move on from the files. He doesn't want to talk about the files. He doesn't want to look at the files. He don't want nothing to do with the files. Why? But you campaigned on it and said, let's. If you vote for me, I will reveal the Epstein files. Here it is, almost year 2. You did all those executive decisions in the beginning. How come you didn't executive this? He has the power. Now it's on his desk. What is he going to do? Hello, Payne.
I think it's deeper than what we really know that it is. And the fact that she said, I don't think I can answer that. Not that, I'd rather not talk about it. I don't think I can answer that. Like,
been over there messing with these 14-year-old girls. It's disgusting. They shouldn't have been over there doing that. There should be more outrage. There should be more outrage instead of cover up. Stop trying to cover it up and show us. My goodness, somebody unalived themselves over it. So why not come out and tell his story and reveal everyone? Even those are international implicated, and all of them, the international people, them too. Disgusting. It's disgusting. It's nasty, it's despicable, it's hurtful, it's sad, it's a lot of emotions. We're going to be emotional today because we got this and we got that girl's interview.
Can't you answer it?
And were young, and you were you were a young model, and you were handled by a predator. So let me ask you something else, because again, it's much bigger than a couple.
Biden isn't the president anymore. Donald Trump is. Why isn't he doing anything about it? He's the president. He the one campaigned on it. He the one had us believing he was going to reveal it. If he wasn't, then he should have never said it. But he's scared of something.
With people, were you trafficked to other?
The thing is that, honestly, people really want to say is, we know something's up. The gig is up. Something's up. Mar-a-Lago. He's best friends with this guy on the island. He was walking around with these models and these women. Come on. Are we really saying that that didn't happen? Oh, okay. Maybe Donald Trump was in the bathroom when the model went past his door, went past the man's bathroom door and missed Trump altogether. That's what happened. Well,
people.
What do I? Can I?
It's much bigger than a couple of people. Were you trafficked to other people?
She done got stuck. She done got in there and got stuck. Yeah, you were. Virginia told us the story about Andrew. How they told her, we want you to do the same thing you do to Mr. Steen when he's here, okay? That's what the Maxwell girl told her. The madam. It's hard. This is hard. Yes, I would. If he's not on the list, I'd be like, well, damn, that's a shocker. It would be a shocker because he's surrounding this list. He's cultivating this list. He's near the list. He's like a part of this list already. So yes, I would be shocked, but I would believe it. If you got receipts showing that he wasn't, then what do I look like going around saying that he was on it? No, Snowdrop, that's not me. That's not me. If I see something, I'm gonna see it. If I see something, I'm gonna see it. If I see that he's not on the list, why would I continue the narrative that that he did something? If he's not on the list, then he is exonerated. Am I right? If he is not on this list, isn't he exonerated? Now, we already saw him in the flight logs running over there. And we already saw that, they've been to his hotel. We already saw him with some pictures. So it's hot. It's hot. It would be shocking. But I wouldn't continue with the narrative. Hello, my girl, Daisy Lee. If AT2 really wants to get into the Epstein files, he should go through the entry lawyer playlist, up to 70 plus videos now. Wow, that's a lot of information. That's a lot of information.
Can I?
You can say that.
Tell the truth, girl.
But you don't have to name names.
You only share what you want to share. You don't have to be sorry for anything. And I'm asking you this because I think it's important to understand, as people do understand about Virginia's story, that it's not about just one person or two people. It's much bigger than that. You can share whatever you want to share.
Terrible things had happened to me within my time with dealing with Jeffrey Epstein. I had encounters with people that I would rather not have.
I understand, and we've talked about this before, why you don't want to share names. And I think people like Sky and Amanda have educated all of us on the fear a lot of survivors have about litigation, about threats, about what can happen to your family. And Virginia, unfortunately, experienced a lot of that. I don't want to, can you share more?
Something, I don't know how to put this into words, and let me know if I'm out of pocket for saying this. I would love to hear what you guys have to say in the chat. Something about the whole survivor speaking makes me feel uncomfortable, because I feel like there's a certain ones that we see all the time and they're doing interviews. I'm not saying that they're less of a victim or anything like that. That's not where I'm going. And, you know, they're willing to talk. And then you have some like Charlene right here, who it seems like they're going with the flow and almost like they're forced to come out and speak publicly, but yet they're still going through their trauma with whatever happened, right?
Right.
And then secondly, they're under this pressure of like, oh, I can't say too much. Like, I can't really say anything. And it's kind of like, I think it's not the right
Debbie,
time nor place for the survivors to speak until, you know, those files get out there, or they're brought in for a hearing and, you know, they can tell their story freely, but, you know, with those implications that they can.
What's she going there for? And what I thought was she was going to tell her story, and that's part of her story. So it's kind of weird that she wasn't able to answer it. It almost insinuates, and I am insinuating that now she's got him in her head, that she's afraid that she may say something that may be, you know, detrimental to her. Anyway, let's move on. Let's keep going.
Be sued or silenced by these rich, powerful people. Like, I don't think it's safe for them, you know? And again, I did say, because I have to, that Virginia Giuffre, she unalived herself because that's what was reported, right? But people have felt uneasy about Virginia and her passing.
I would have used,
because she was someone who said that she would not do that.
If she was my sister, I would have tried to capitalize on her fame to make myself rich. I would have made me a YouTube screen sheen thing going on, something going on. I would have did something. Shame on her for not helping her family. Anyway.
And she got into like an accident, or she was hit by a bus or something like that. Y'all, I forgot. I think it was a bus. It could have been a car, but she was hit. She was in some kind of automobile accident. Yeah, it just all feels uneasy to me.
Or about why that's a fear that survivors have about sharing names or specifics, because it is a question a lot of people have out there.
Yeah. It shouldn't fall on the survivor's shoulders. Mm-hmm. I think there's a lot of people that just want them to release the names. They're like, well, you have the names, just do it. The problem with that is that these rich and powerful men can sue you into homelessness, would be a big part of it, but B, it puts serious threat on your life and your family's life. There were times where my sister was sitting across people and they would push a picture of her own children in front of her and essentially say, I know where your kids go to school. I mean, I alone had to own threats on me from Jeffrey Epstein.
Threatening her who had
a lot of money and a lot of power. And I think her memoir does a very good job of
I don't know what you mean by reliable source, but I do know that Virginia was a part of this, and she's a victim of this as well. She's a victim, and I choose to just think of that. Now, whether her story is different from anybody else's story, or her story ain't matching up with everybody else's story, it is what it is. You can think what you want. but she still is a victim of this pedophile. PDF file, YouTube.
Giving information without even having to say the names. If you do just a little bit of digging, you can figure out who these people are.
Reliable enough.
But point being is there were still names up until the very end that she couldn't name because these people could, I mean, they still can come after these survivors, not just with litigation, but the fear of their life for their family and their friends and the people around them. They experience real threats.
And you have kids. I know you're not going to share the names, and I think I wanted to make sure people understood why. Are these people?
If she was lying in the first one, she should have wrote a new one to fix it. Or was she lying and was she telling the truth and they didn't want her to put that information in the book? Depends on who you're asking, I believe.
When the list is released, that people would know. Yeah. Are they people who are famous in some capacity?
That
yes,
she was on.
And are there names out there that have not been out there yet?
Yes,
that you were trafficked to.
There's names of people that are out there that are not on the list.
What do you think, AT2?
Yeah. Again, that gives me pause when she paused and couldn't just answer the question directly. Do you think Trump had, any knowledge of this or anything that was going on? And she couldn't just come out and say, oh yeah, I know X, Y, and Z, or yes or no that. Yeah.
He's right. If he wasn't there, he wasn't there. No, I never saw him. I never saw Donald Trump there. She was not convicted in her conviction to say that whether he was there or not. She hesitated. And then she was just like, no, can I even say, can I talk about this stuff? She should have said, hell no, he wasn't there. The president of the United States? No, not him. That's why it leaves interpretation to us that something more is going on and we need to see the files. Because if our president is who we think he is, are you guys going to be concerned? The same question I asked for you, Snowdrop, you asked me. Are you going to believe that he did it if he's on the list? Or is there going to be an excuse as to why he's on the list? Just a question. Reversing the question, same question. Hello, RC117, what's up? Hello, it's good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you. Okay. Remember when you did AT2 impersonation? Oh, that was so funny. It was so funny.
Because again, a lot of the communication and the girls were recruited or they had been to Mar-a-Lago. And, Jeffrey Epstein said that he wasn't a member there. Trump asked him to resign his membership, but he said, I'm not even a member. And he told Ghislaine to stop and he knew about the girls.
Oh.
Very strange.
Here's the letter.
Very strange.
Stop. He knows about the girls already. Stop. He knows about the girls already. Oh, you do? Oh, we should pull it up and watch it. Yeah, I love it.
And again, I have to say allegedly because Trump has not been implicated. But again,
Trump has not been implicated.
This man was fighting so hard for the files not to be released, calling it a Democratic hoax, still calling it a Democratic hoax, but he's doing an investigation on Bill Clinton and a whole bunch of Democrats. Again, this isn't a partisan issue. Whoever did something wrong, whether it was Bill Clinton, whether it was this person or that person, they all need to go to jail. We don't care.
Doesn't matter.
If you did something wrong, you deserve it.
If Clinton was in there, lock him up. Joe Biden, lock him up. Snowdrop, lock them up. The president of the United States, Lock him up. He is not above the law, is he? He's been getting away with a lot of stuff. He's been convicted on 32 counts. Release all the names. We can handle it. Okay, let me say it again. Debbie, in my book, in my arena, in my sphere, Virginia is a victim. Whether she lied about going to the grocery store or not, she's still a victim. Period. Now, does that let her get away with certain things? No, I'm not talking about those things. And they have nothing to do with nothing. You're not going to make me feel a certain kind of way because she's a liar or something's going on with her and her ex-husband and she's blaming people. It doesn't matter to me. She still is one of those victims. That's what I'm talking about. And whether Virginia is saying it, this lady right here is saying she was a victim. There's more than one victim, Debbie. There's more than one victim. I know you're trying to discredit this one. It is what it is. You and Virginia, y'all don't get along. I get it. But I still consider her a victim. She was young when they took her innocence from her. And maybe all of that helped her learn how to lie and do certain things and her upbringing. Her upbringing wasn't the best, was it, Debbie? She lived on an island with a PDF file for years. Then they had her recruiting. Lady Letitia, I will accept all the lists if the evidence is verifiable. Exactly. Isn't it verifiable? Isn't it already verifiable? I have no illusions about any politicians or big businessmen. Exactly. So whoever's on the list is on the chopping block. Shouldn't be on the list. It's really sickening. It's disgusting what this man and these men, more than one, did to these women, period. That's what we're talking about, Debbie. Not about their character assassination.
To suffer the consequences. Please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and definitely go ahead and comment and let me know what you guys think about this whole interview. I love y'all for watching, but we out of here. Deuces, everybody. We out.
Ooh, that was a big one. All right. We're going to move on from that one. Okay. Hello, Mac. Wow, Mac. Interesting. Yeah, I remember when he was on the Wendy Williams show, he said some gross stuff about when he was sitting there saying SEX stuff. But it was inappropriate. Let's just put it that way. Let me go on here and find the interview. Here we go. Now, this interview, we're going to continue it. We cannot play you can't see her face, her and Oprah, but you can just imagine them sitting there, okay? So basically, Meghan is in a situation where she can't take it anymore. Trump is the biggest POS and yet has the audacity to be building a $350 million ballroom after he took away SNAP, after he took away Medicaid, after he taken away the food banks, Meals on Wheels, lunches for kids. He's building a $350 million ballroom. Where do you get the money from? Which he claims he's going to use his own money for. Make it make sense. That's that BS. If you're going to use your own money, you already upfronted. It's just a whole bunch of BS. And what's up with the ballroom? He's building it like he's going to be able to come and hang out in a few years when he's not president anymore. Because I'd be damned if he's going to be a dictator. He can't run anymore. It's over. Skidoo. Yep, Trump bragged on how he could go into the Miss Teen USA dressing room while they were changing and see them naked. He sure did. He sure did. We're finally on the same page, Mac. Hello, HDDH. Hello. I don't mean to move on to your girl, but she is going to start talking about, hello, CC, that her interview with Oprah. Shall we continue? Oh, you just got up? Good. You got you some rest. It's always good to get some rest because when I get off here, I get rest. But I've been looking for a job a little bit more aggressively than norm. Like my sister sent me a few things, so I'm going to check those things out and be a part of the working world again. It's going to be interesting. But welcome, CC. Or should we just do the Trump one today and do the Meghan interview tomorrow? Put a 1 in the chat if we should do the interview tomorrow. Put a 2 in the chat if we should do it today. I mean, it's just, yeah, just let me know. His donors are paying for the ballroom. Sure. Yeah, they've done renovations, but I've never done a ballroom, a $350 million ballroom, wasteful money. Just like that parade. I don't know if the veterans was really into the parade as much as it seemed. It didn't look like it was weird. No, just like this ballroom. Mm-hmm. We're not saying he can't renovate. He's got all kinds of gold going everywhere. Gold, gold, gold. So what is 2, Demon Dictator? I dropped the link, sweetie. Yeah, the ballroom will probably have a mural on the ceiling of him, just his whole silhouette at the top. Oh boy, a whole ballroom. Yeah, I heard that he had a basketball goal there, which I think is interesting. That sounds like it would be fun to have a basketball goal gym. I thought it was pretty neat. It wasn't no 350 million. It wasn't $350 million, was it? FDR. Yeah, we love to deflect. We love to deflect and show what others is doing, except showing what our current president is doing. Wasteful money. You know what he could have said? Let me get this 350 million out to those families that need it, that are hungry. No, let's get a ballroom. Useful. We're gonna have dinners and dancing and candlelight. We're gonna have dinners in this ballroom. We're gonna be dressing up. What you gonna do in the ballroom? You only can use it on a certain occasions. Oh, see, I would put a pool back in. He didn't tear down a wing. He tore down a whole wing in the White House to build his ballroom court, basketball court. Imagine if Obama had did that. Oh God, you know it would be some. You know they got mad at Miss Obama for building a garden. They have other places for state dinners. Snowdrop. But how many state dinners do they have a year? 2 or 3 or 4? That's why it feels like a useless piece of a wasteful use of space if you're not going to be using it every day, or using it at least once a week, or using it at least once a month. It's a waste. It's a $350 million waste of space. How can you accrue that money back? You can't. $350 million. I'd rather have the pool too. All right, here we go.
I'm so glad you see that now. We are going to be dealing.
I wasn't planning to say anything shocking. I'm just telling you what's happened.
Okay.
Sorry if it shocked you.
Don't go through that. And you know, Harry and I are working on this mental urge of suicide. That's institution is never a person, or is it?
My mom or my friends or them calling me crying, just like, Meg, I'm not protecting you. And I realized that
they're not protecting you. Who the hell is they? And what do they got to do with protecting her?
Is there a specific?
It's just, it amazes me how she is now in this royal family, and now she's expecting them to do all these things for her, like protecting her from the press, going after the press for Meghan. Look where they got Harry. Look where it got Harry. Going after the press. Look what happened to Meghan. Hello, Demon Dictator.
Hi, everyone.
Wow, what an eventful morning.
It has been.
How is my Penelope?
She's asleep on my bed, fast asleep over there.
So this is a good part because you see her really being the victim here again. You know, she just got through talking about, racism. Now she's talking about how it got so bad that she couldn't take it, which confuses me because it feels like she's getting really bad press now than she was back in the day. And you're not able to fix the story. Nobody's there to protect you. They ain't there to protect you. Now who's going to protect you? You left the very people that were there to protect you.
But the other thing again is she hasn't really given any proof of anything. She hasn't explained anything. We still don't know what her issue is.
So once a week, they've been to a state dinner. Woody woo. Can you really justify a $350 million ballroom? You can't justify that, Debbie. Keep count for me. So there's been 2 in the last 2 weeks, 1 a week. Okay, that still ain't adding up. If I ain't using something on a daily basis that costs me $350 million, you can keep it.
$350 million for a ballroom. Someone's not doing some calculations right. That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. It's unnecessary money too. They already got a place for the state dinners. That's what they made them other places for. They wanted maybe to get away from the White House for a second. Letitia. Hello, Zee Chick with a crown. There are no limits to how many estate dinners and presidents may have, 5 to 1,000. See? There's no limit. You don't know when, though. 1,000. I can't see 1,000. Help me out with that, Ziggy Lee. Show me some figures. Some better figures than that. The palace never came out after the press when they put out lies against Meghan. I still don't think that $350 million, I don't care how many state dinners, justify a ballroom. It just doesn't, especially if people are dying over hunger. Meghan, like they did for Kate, like the Botox and recently the vacation pictures. The Botox. Letitia, so if you get an invitation to the grand opening, will you not go? Hell yeah, I'm going. How would they do that though? Will they bring a limousine to pick me up? Will they will they bring the jet to come get me? Yes, only if they get the jet to come get me. Letitia, please don't get mad at me for asking, but are you grumpy today? Oh, no, Mary. Why? Am I being too rough on Donald Trump? That's usually what it is. No, I don't think am I grumpy today, Demon Dictator?
I'm staying out of that one.
Do I sound like it a little bit?
I think you just got a caffeine high. Just making you bit.
Well, I talk a lot. I've been talking a lot. I don't feel grumpy though. Sorry. Let me see how I feel. Give me a minute. Okay, I could be just a little grumpy. Or not even grumpy, agitated. More agitated, Mary. I can see agitated. Uh-oh, here go Mac. The palace didn't even comment after the Jeremy Clarkson interview, even though Camilla was supposed to be an advocate for abused women. Let's start shopping for your outfit. Okay, girl, I would have to lose weight first, Snowdrop. Yes. And then show Meghan has done. You think she would ever be invited to something in the White House? Not as long as Trump is president, because he doesn't like Meghan. He doesn't. He's not a fan. So anyway, moving on from Trumpster, we're going to move into something a little bit different. We're going to move into Meghan and Oprah. Let's see where we're at.
Reason why you didn't want to be a part of that tradition. I think many people interpreted that as you were both saying, we're going to do things our way, or we're going to do things in a different way.
That's not it to offer up this.
Why do you think that is? Do you think it's because of his race?
Okay, we did that.
Does that play out in the
Most unsurvivable side of the trap. You said in a podcast that it became almost unsurvivable. And that struck me because it sounds like you were in some kind of mental trouble. What was actually going on? Almost unsurvivable sounds like there was a breaking point.
Yeah, there was.
Oh,
I
Mary.
just didn't see a solution. I would sit up at night and I was just like, I don't understand how all of this is being churned out. And again, I wasn't seeing it, but it's almost worse when you feel it through the expression of my mom or my friends or them calling me crying, just like, Meg, they're not protecting you.
Cool.
And I realized that it was all happening just because I was breathing.
Hi, Darcy.
And look, I was really ashamed to say it at the time and ashamed to have to admit it to Harry, especially because I know how much loss he suffered. But I knew that if I didn't say it, that I would do it. And I just didn't want to be alive anymore. And that was a very clear and real and frightening constant thought.
So are you trying to convince us that that was what was going on with you? Because you're trying to say that was a constant thought, like it was real. Like,
But she said in the early bit, I didn't see it. I didn't see the press. I didn't see it, but it was my friends and my family telling me. So how can you, if you didn't see it?
How can you be it?
If you didn't see it, how do you know it was there?
Right, good question.
You're making saying that the press and all these people were after me and all this stuff was happening, but you've now said, but you didn't actually see it. It was other people phoning you up, crying and telling you that these things were going on. And that made you want to unalive yourself. Well, if you didn't see it, what are you even talking about? You're talking about something that you didn't see.
How do you know you were depressed if you didn't see it?
No, but if you didn't see all the press reports and whatever this thing that made you want to unalive yourself, you just said you didn't see it.
You didn't
so
see it.
What are you talking about is making you unalive? Is it your friends and family phoning you up, telling you these things are going on, but yet you didn't see it? Well, then you might want to pick new friends and family.
Exactly.
You might want to pick new friends and family. If your family is phoning you up saying all these terrible things are going on and you can't see it yourself, then you might need to question who your friends and family are, because they seem to be taunting you with stuff that doesn't actually really exist.
Exactly. That makes perfect sense.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
They're phoning you up crying. Oh my God, all these terrible things are happening. All these terrible things are happening over there.
I didn't see it.
I can't see it, but it's there telling me it's there. And you're going, would you not want proof if you're of proof of what they're saying?
Right. Proof.
Show me the article. Give me the article. No, she didn't want it. She just believed everything they said, and she now has decided she wants to unalive herself based on what other people have told her is going on. Make that make sense.
And every milestone, everything that they did, she made a spectacle out of it. Like the christening, it was a spectacle. It wasn't really a christening. You know, after she had the baby and walked out through the hallway, it was weird.
But she's contradicted herself. All the press, all these things that they were saying about me, but I didn't actually see it. It was what everybody else was telling me. So it was there or it wasn't. What is it?
I'm like you. I don't want no kind of friends like that showing me the instant. Exactly. Running me down and making me feel like that. Get off my phone.
She always, that's the other thing that somebody, I can't remember who else said it now. I think it was the behavior panel. She always does it where I didn't see it, but it was other people telling me. It was always everybody else's fault, not mine. I didn't see it myself, but other people told me. And it's how she just puts that little caveat. Whenever she's telling a story, she puts a tiny little caveat in where it's not my fault. It was somebody else's fault. So if it goes to court, well, I wanted to unalive myself based on things that other people were telling me was happening. I didn't see it myself, but other people told me.
Like Harry told me about this, and Harry, who's they? She asked her, who was that? Who's these they people?
If you ever watch that with Meghan, she puts little caveats in where I personally didn't hear, but this was other people have told me.
Yeah, she does that a lot.
They're not protecting you.
They're not protecting you.
It was all, I would sit up at night and I was just like, I don't understand how all of this is being churned out. And again, I wasn't seeing it, but it's almost worse when you.
I wasn't seeing it.
Through the expression of.
How do you not see it, but then you saw it? It's like you said.
She saw it through the expression of her friends and family. What does that mean?
It doesn't. It makes no sense.
It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean, she's literally said absolutely nothing.
Yeah, you're right.
If you went into a court of law and said, I didn't actually see it, but I saw it through the expression, you would lose the case like double quick.
That's anyway. Layla Tisha, Demon Dictator. The chick wasn't depressed. She was disappointed they weren't kissing her ass. And they were at some point. They did
in the beginning. They did in the beginning.
They did in the beginning, and then they stopped doing it. They backed up off of it and said, wait a minute, we sick of you.
But the Mac, she's actually just said it herself. She didn't see it. She said it herself, the Mac. She didn't see it herself.
Everybody was telling her.
It was everybody else. I saw it through the expression of other people. I didn't see it myself.
So I wanted to unalive myself because of other people.
Because of what other people were, through the expression of other people? Jesus.
I mean, that was a real constant thought. So are you trying to convince us? Because you didn't jump from racism to unaliving? Like you're all over the map, sister.
And I was just like, I don't understand how all of this is being churned out. And again, I wasn't seeing it, but it's almost worse when you.
She's all over the map.
Feel it through the expression of my mom or my friends or them calling me crying, just like, Meg, they're not protecting you. And I realized that it was all happening just because I was breathing. And look, I was really ashamed to say it at the time and ashamed to have to admit it to Harry, especially because I know how much loss he suffered. But I knew that if I didn't say it, that I would do it. And I just didn't.
I'm
I just
sorry.
didn't want to be alive anymore.
I don't believe it.
And that was
I'm like Pierce Morgan.
Clear and real
Thought.
and frightening, constant thought.
I think I went to my
And I
knees
remember-
when she said this.
I remember how he just cradled me, and I went to the institution, and I said that I needed to go somewhere to get help, so that I've never felt this way before, and I need to go somewhere. And I was told that I couldn't, that it wouldn't be good for the institution.
Prove it. Prove it. Prove it. Prove that. That's a serious allegation you put there.
It's a very serious allegation, because they're pretty much telling her, we're not going to help you with your mental health. But here's the thing. You need help with everything. You need help against the press. Now you need help against yourself. Now you need, they didn't protect me. They didn't do this for me. They didn't do, like Ziggy Lee said, they wanted her. She was pissed off because they wasn't kissing her ass.
If you were that bad, dial 999 and get an ambulance to take you to hospital.
Right.
Or Harry's got we've said this how many times. Harry's got a therapist on speed dial. Phone his therapist. Go to the hospital. The royal family have the finest doctors.
No, but if something happens to her, she can blame them. You see
Yeah.
how she sets it up?
Here's the caveat. Here's the caveat again. The caveat she puts in place. I went to the institution and they said no. First of all, she doesn't prove it. But
Right.
What can the institution do? Go to the hospital.
First, she blames the media. Then she blames the institution. Now it's the institution's fault that is supposed to get her help. And if they don't, it's their fault. That's how she lays the guilt on these people.
Yeah. They said no, it would look bad. What is she? Prove that, girl, because that's massive. That's a massive claim you said there against some people that they weren't helping you. Back that up.
Right. Yes, Mary. Go to the funny farm.
So the institution is never a person, or is it a series of people?
No, it's a person.
It's a person.
It's a
It's several
person.
people, but I went to one of the most senior people.
Okay. So it was she went to the most senior people. She went to a senior person. Now she's saying she went to a senior person. After she went to the institution, she went to a senior person in the institution that told her that they couldn't help her because of the way it may look.
Yeah.
Who are you blaming that on?
Let's see what she says. Let's see what she said. This is what this person said.
Institution is never a person, or is it a series of people?
No, it's a person.
It's a person.
It's several people, but I went to one of the most senior people just to get help. And that, I share this because there's so many people who are afraid to voice that they need help. And I know personally how hard it is to not just voice it, but when you voice it, to be told no.
No.
And so I went to human resources and I said, I need help because in my old job.
So then I decided to go to human resources because the institution wasn't going to help me. In other words, Harry's family wasn't going to help me with my problems. My problems stem from the press, and the press is killing me in doing this. And my friends has let me know that the press is bringing me down. And now I'm going to blame the institution for telling me of how it may look and not getting me help. But your mama a counselor. She's a mental health helper. Your husband has his therapist on speed dial. But not even that. I don't believe that they said that to her. They were, first of all, didn't they create a mental health panel?
Yeah, heads together.
We're going to do heads together when we finish this. How she was on there talking about what she was going to do and all her ideas and da 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 da. I'm going to do this for the firm. I just got here, but I'm going to be doing this and that. Now they got to sit around and take care of you. No, you wanted them to kiss your butt, and they were not. And you were making up stuff along the way. This stuff is dangerous that she says in these accusations.
It is. This is libelous. You're claiming that somebody has said to you that you can't get help. This is serious accusations against somebody who can't defend themselves. I mean, she hasn't put the name on there, obviously, but you've labelled somebody. You've labelled an institution of people. Let's see what she says about HR.
There was a union, told no. And so I went to human resources. And I said, I need help, because in my old job, there was a union and they would protect me. And I remember this conversation like it was yesterday, because they said, my heart goes out to you because I see how bad it is, but there's nothing we can do to protect you because you're not a paid employee of the institution.
Correct.
This was emails and begging for help, saying
begging
specifically.
Shut up. I don't believe that. I just don't believe her lying. Not especially now that I see who she is, even today. The press that she is on a daily basis.
If I went to HR in my company and said, I'm struggling, I need help, they would say, you need to phone a doctor. You need to go and see a doctor. That's what they will say. They are correct. HR can't help her because she's not a paid employee. That is correct.
Yeah.
Again, she goes to everybody, everyone else. But again, the caveat is put in place. She goes to everybody except anyone who can help her. The only person who can help her is a doctor or a therapist or a hospital. She goes everywhere but there. Always put a caveat in place where she is a victim and it is she takes no responsibility or blames it on somebody else. No responsibility herself.
Whatsoever.
I am concerned for my mental welfare. And people going, oh, yes, it's disproportionately terrible what we see out there to anyone else, but nothing was ever done. So we had to find a solution.
Wow.
And what was that?
I don't want to be alive anymore.
What was the solution?
I thought it would have solved everything for everyone, right?
Shut up.
Oh, get the hell out of here.
Look at that manipulation. Jesus Christ.
It's on a thick. She's landing on thick. That would have just resolved everything for everyone, wouldn't it? Resolved it for who?
That is master manipulation. Come on.
It is on a high scale. Because who are you blaming this? Who doesn't want you here anymore? Meghan? Who? Who would it be easier for?
You ever speak to a manipulator? Well, I'll just kill myself because it's going to make it better for everybody. That's exactly what a master manipulator would say. Any abuser, if you've been abused by partners or somebody or a bully, well, I'll just kill myself because that's what you all want, isn't it? It's just going to make it all better. Oh,
exactly.
Come on.
This is a compliment for you, Demon Dictator. Enjoy your perspectives and good vibes here. Thank you for being a good friend to Letitia. Such a nice balance together.
Kisses to you, Mary Taylor. Bring them compliments on. Bring them on.
Yeah, it's a mess. Let's listen.
That's a manipulation tactic right there.
Suicidal thoughts?
Yes. I thought it would have solved everything for everyone, right?
Yes.
So were you thinking of harming yourself? Were you having suicidal thoughts?
Yes. This was very, very clear.
What was clear?
Very clear and very scary. And, I didn't know who to even turn to in that. And one of the people that I reached out to,
people don't even talk about stuff like that. They don't say that. Where you really wanted to do something to yourself? Yeah, I thought about doing this and I thought about doing that. I thought she's finna go into detail. You thought about what? You didn't think about calling a doctor?
Clear and very scary. And, I didn't know who to even turn to in
A
that.
doctor.
And one of the people that I reached out to, who's continued to be a friend and confidant, was one of my husband's mom's best friends, one of Diana's best friends.
So you went all the way over there.
To understand what's actually like on the inside.
Did you ever think about?
In other words, there's another person that can speak negative about the royal family too.
Hospital, or is that possible that you can check yourself in someplace?
No, that's what I was asking to do.
Yeah.
You can't just do that. I couldn't, call an Uber to the palace.
Yeah.
You couldn't just go. You couldn't. I mean, you have to understand.
Of course you can. Why can't you?
That was the last time until we came here that I saw my passport, my driver's license, my keys, all that gets turned over. I didn't see any of that anymore.
Well, the way you're describing this, it's like you were trapped and couldn't get help.
This bitch sounds just like that. I'm in the castle. Oh, I'm trapped. Help me, Prince. Help me. Rapunzel, let down your hair.
She said, yeah, so she goes, I reached out to one of Princess Diana's friends who's been helping me. She's still a friend. Well done, Meghan. You actually went and contacted somebody
that can help you.
Who can help you. Well done. Well done. That's all you needed to do. You needed to go and find somebody who could genuinely help you.
Exactly.
HR can't help you. Whoever in the palace can't help you. They can't help you. Well done that you actually managed to find somebody who legitimately can. You went everywhere else to all these people who legitimately couldn't help you, and eventually you found someone that could. Well done. You should have done that first instead of going to every place of people who can't help you.
And what did she do to help you? Talk to you?
We never got there. We never got who this woman was and who the qualifications were. We never got there. But well done. They finally found somebody who could legitimately help them. Well done.
Good for them.
We went all the way around the houses to get there. I knocked on all these doors and they couldn't help me and I wanted to unalive myself. But eventually we found someone. Well done.
Well done.
Well done. You found someone who would help you. Now, let's bring it all back around. Why didn't Oprah Winfrey, why didn't you go to the hospital and check yourself in? You can't do that. Why?
Yeah.
Because they took my keys and my passport away and they locked me in the tower. Now we're going from the sublime to completely ridiculous.
Yeah.
I literally could not walk. I couldn't walk to the hospital and check myself in, which is what you're supposed to do if you're suicidal. No, because it turns out they took all my stuff away and they locked me in the tower.
They locked me in the tower.
There's my caveat again as to why I couldn't go to the hospital myself and check myself in.
They locked me in the tower.
Let me put my caveat in place as to why I couldn't do that is because, they locked me in my house. They took my keys, my passport away. So I can't actually help myself either.
Yeah, I was destitute because first it was the press, and then it turned out to be the people were telling me how depressed I was, and so I started to realize that. And then I went to the institution, and they wouldn't help me, and HR, and they wouldn't help me. Then I finally found someone to help me, but never went to a doctor, because they took my passport and all that other stuff. So I'm locked in this dungeon. All this that they have done to you, it's not believable. That
do you know what?
That it's everybody else's fault that you have made it to this point in your life. at this very moment when she was thinking about, oh, it's time to go.
Yeah.
You thought about all of that. That it's just not making sense.
Every time somebody questions her, or like common sense kicks in, well, why didn't you just go to the hospital? Oh no, I couldn't do that because they locked me in my house. They took my stuff away. It's ridiculous. You're listening to it going,
yeah,
stupid. And do you know what? There is, like your program, The View. We got a program similar called Loose Women, and somebody on the panelists went on, oh my God, they took her keys and her passport away. They locked her in the house. And
right.
one of the other panel members went, do you really believe they did that? And she goes, well, Meghan said so. And they go, no, do you believe that they did that to her? That's illegal. That is illegal. That's ridiculous. Right. And they have to actually say, this could not have possibly happened because it's illegal. But people believed it. People believed her.
They did.
Away.
They said that she was locked in the tower.
Yeah. And the journalist went, are you serious?
She was a hostage.
Yeah. And the journalist went, are you serious? Do you actually believe what she said?
Okay.
And they go, well, Meghan said it. And they go,
so you
common
believe
sense.
it?
Do you really believe that they took her passport and her keys away? That's ridiculous.
Common sense.
Common sense, people.
The racist comment. He's not going to get security because of his skin color. Common sense.
Let's put the caveat in. Oh, they locked me in the house. That's why I literally couldn't go to a hospital.
Yeah. I couldn't go. They locked me. They took my passport, my name. They took everything from me. And all I could do was just sit there and
cry.
I couldn't leave the castle.
Yeah. The Mac, I never said they kicked her out of the country. Why do you believe the palace kicked Meghan out of the country? I didn't say they kicked her out of the country. They kicked her out of the family, but they didn't kick her out. I never said they kicked her out of the country. Right. Let's hear this bit now.
Suicide. That's what you are describing. That's what I'm hearing.
Yes.
And that would be an accurate interpretation. Yes.
That's the truth.
That's the truth.
And if you think about it, was one of the things.
Look at Oprah shaking her head like this.
Photograph that someone had sent me. We had to go to an official event.
But you was locked in the castle, bitch. You can't be locked in the castle and then go to an event. You can't do it all. Wasn't you freed in? Couldn't you run to somebody's house and say, look, they locked me in the castle, help me?
Exactly.
I have to go to an event. This is your moment to be free. Or when you were sitting on the curb waiting for Harry, why didn't you flee in?
Just rewind it so we can hear that they took my keys and passport away. Just so we can hear that bit fully.
Well, the way you're describing this, it's like you were trapped and couldn't get help, even though you're on the verge.
They took my passport.
Suicide. That's what you are describing. That's what I'm hearing.
Yes.
And that would be an act.
Call an Uber to the palace.
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
No, you couldn't. I mean, you have to understand as well. It's when I joined that family.
I joined that family
until we came here. That I saw my passport, my driver's license, my keys, all that gets turned over. I didn't see any of that anymore.
Well, the way you're describing this, it's like you
were
and couldn't get help, even though you're on the verge of suicide. That's what you are describing. That's what I'm hearing.
Yes.
And that would be an accurate interpretation. Yes.
That's the truth.
That's the truth.
And if you think about it, was one of the things that it still haunts me is this photograph that someone had sent me. We had to go to an official event. We had to go to this event at the Royal Albert Hall. And a friend said, I know you don't look at pictures, but oh my God, you guys look so great.
Yeah.
And sent it to me. And I zoomed in, and what I saw was the truth of what that moment was. Because right before we had to leave for that, I just had that conversation with Harry that morning, and it was the next day that I talked to the
You had
institution.
the conversation, I don't want to be alive anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can show that though, can you?
It wasn't even, I don't want
I
to.
don't know.
It was like,
Probably
these are
not.
the thoughts that I'm having in the middle of the night that are very clear, and I'm scared because this is very real. This isn't some abstract idea. This is
Yes, it is.
methodical.
This is an
And this is not
abstract
who I am.
idea.
But we had to go to this event, and I remember him saying, I don't think you can go. And I said, I can't be left alone.
Because I don't know what I would do.
Because you were afraid of what you might do to yourself.
She shook her head.
And
Yes.
we went.
She's
and
crying
I'm
now.
so sorry to hear that.
And that picture.
And Oprah's crying
if you
too.
zoom in, what I see is how tightly his knuckles are gripped around mine. You can see the whites of our knuckles.
No, you
We're
can't.
smiling and doing our job, but we're both just trying to hold on. And every time that those lights went down in that royal box, I was just weeping. And he was gripping my hand, and then it was, okay, intermission's coming. The lights are about to come on. Everyone's looking at us again, and you have to just be on again.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, so important for people to remember is you have no idea what's going on for someone behind closed doors. You have no idea. Even the people that smile the biggest smiles and shine the brightest lights, it seems, to have compassion for what's actually potentially going on.
No, the public is looking at you, and to think that you earlier in the day had said to Harry that you didn't want to be alive anymore.
Yeah, and just hours before, just sitting on the steps in our cottage, just sitting there and then going, okay, well, go upstairs and put your makeup bag in your sink and try to pull yourself
nobody
together.
should have to go through that. And you know, Harry and I are working on this mental health series for Apple, and
I find that so
these stories. Nope.
Terrible. Why Oprah Winfrey? Why did you not say? Why the hell did your husband not put you in a car and take you to the hospital?
Right.
If she felt that she was going to do that,
why did you go to an event?
She was in a state of trauma, and she was thinking of doing that, and she felt that she couldn't get help. Why did her husband, she was pregnant with their child, and he is her husband, did not phone an ambulance and said, I will take you myself, get you in a car and take you to the hospital? That is what I find so awful about this is if this is true, Harry is a terrible person, you know.
Exactly.
They're not making sure that she got help. If she was that bad.
Observation. Hello, Mary Lou.
He says it later on, and he tries to explain it later on, and it's pathetic. Right. But if that was true, how he did not take over that situation and put her in a car and take her to the hospital himself.
Exactly.
Oh, you can't just phone Uber. I can't just go to the hospital because I'm locked in my tower. So your husband didn't care for you and your unborn baby to just get you in that car and take you straight to the hospital. That's why people find this so unbelievable.
Right.
It's two people who are claiming to be in such a terrible state.
Right.
Unaliving, did everything they possibly could to not help themselves.
Right.
At all.
Right.
But blame it on everybody else.
With every excuse as to why she couldn't get help. Excuses. So that she can, I'm the damsel in distress. So I'm going to make excuses for the lack of help.
I know if you're in that terrible state of trauma where you're actually thinking about doing that, and you're telling someone, I'm about to unalive myself, and you're telling your husband goes, oh, well, you got to go and wash your face and put your makeup on because we got to go to a event. No, I would have divorced that. I would have divorced that man.
Right.
Right. For my life.
No, I don't think I cannot go. No, we neither of us going. We're going to the hospital. Put on your clothes and let's go. No, because it must not have been that bad.
Exactly.
That. It takes so much courage to admit that you need help. It takes so much courage to voice that. As I said, I was
She is
ashamed.
acting.
I'm supposed to be stronger than that.
She's
I don't want to
acting.
put more on my husband's shoulders. He's carrying the weight of the world. I don't
Of
want to
course, you
bring
wanted
to him.
all
I
that
bring
weight on
solution.
him. You pressured him.
Your husband is carrying the weight of the world? Are you serious? What?
She's slow. She thought her husband was the king. She slipped up.
The Mac, please don't justify Harry. Please don't justify Harry not getting his wife help. Don't do it. Don't do it.
You don't look good. Hello, Dee Dee. I don't either. I don't believe a word she's saying. I don't. I'm sorry. She lies a lot. And so her lies, I don't know what to believe and what not to believe. So if you're going to lie to me, then I can't believe anything. Like Maggot, if you lie about something as small as this, you'll lie about anything. So I don't believe you. I don't believe in these people.
To admit that you need help, to admit how dark of a place
and
you're
that's a hard pill to swallow, to say someone is lying about something as serious as mental health. It's hard to say it, but it's true. She had a few tears that she conjured up really quick, and then now her face is dry as a bone.
But she's talking about the event, the Cirque du Soleil, where we can see the pictures, we can see them walking around, and her makeup was perfect.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it
so
was.
we can see the evidence ourselves that she was not crying.
No. She wasn't upset, and
it is awful because it is awful stating that someone's talking about they want to run alive and you're calling them a liar. I know that it is awful. It's coming across awful, but
it is.
It also is evil for someone to claim that they want to unalive themselves,
right.
and I can't get help, and put across that I want to unalive myself and I couldn't get help, and put in other people's jobs at risk or people at risk of
losing
their jobs or risk of other people getting prosecuted. If you're a doctor or you're HR person and someone's standing in front of you saying, I want to unalive myself, and you don't help them, you could be potentially prosecuted for that.
Exactly, because I've been blamed and framed to think that I didn't help because she needed help, and she's telling me that I didn't help her.
That's the thing, and she's making all these people look bad and a family look bad, or family look bad because I wanted to unalive myself. But then she should be held accountable for that. She should be. If you're making false claims against people who you're claiming didn't help you, then you should be held accountable for that.
Yes.
That's the thing.
Yes.
That's why, I'm kind of saying these things, that I don't want to come across evil, but at the same time, hold her accountable if she has made claims against people that are not true.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Hold her accountable. That's why this interview is such a good one to look back on, to see the inconsistencies, to see the lies, to see the manipulation, to see the blame fest that she's got going on here, to see it, to see how ugly it was to watch and listen to. Because I still say she only said one nice thing about the queen, and that was that she bought her some pearls and a necklace on their state visit. And that was an act of kindness from the queen to take her on a royal visit. Yeah, let's go, guys.
How do you feel about the palace hearing you speak your truth today? Are you afraid of
No, she don't care.
Their reaction?
She doesn't care. She doesn't. Let me just say it. She doesn't care what they think and feel about. No, bring the thoughts, Ziggy Lee. Good grief. If she truly tried, let me stop there. All right, all right.
You've said some pretty shocking things here.
Of course.
Revealing.
I wasn't planning to say anything shocking. I'm just telling you what's happened.
Okay.
I wasn't planning to tell you anything shocking. I was just telling you what happened. I'm the victim, and these people have been destroying my life, and they've destroyed it from the beginning. Your life changed overnight. You became a princess, and now all of a sudden it's this horrible thing that happened to you. This horrible thing that happened to you.
I'm a little shocked.
It's been a lot.
How do you feel about the palace hearing you speak your truth today? Are you afraid of a backlash or their reaction?
I mean, I think
Right, Debbie.
I'm not going to live my life in fear. You know, I think so much of it is said with an understanding of just truth. But I think, to answer your question,
Her confidence
I don't
in the way
know.
she sits and talks to Oprah lets me know that she was not thinking that. Like, she's like the sureness of her. If that makes sense at all.
how they could expect that after all of this time, we would still just be silent if there's an active role that the firm is playing in perpetuating falsehoods about us. At a
Now,
certain point, you're going to go,
now she is accusing them of planting stories and saying mean things about them. Now the institution want to see them fail. This, you can't make this up. Now everybody is against you. Make that make sense.
Yes, Penelope.
Now they're planting stories about you and Harry and saying negative things about you and Harry. Listen to this.
that the firm is playing in perpetuating falsehoods about
Hi,
us.
Mary.
That at a certain point, you're going to go,
Marie.
"Guys, someone just tell the truth."
Hi, Marie.
And if that comes with risk of losing things, I mean, I've lost. There's a lot that's been lost already, and I grieve a lot. I mean, I've lost my father. I lost a baby.
Bitch, you did not lose your father. Your father is still alive. You have killed your father off, Meghan, and you should be ashamed of yourself because you only get one of those. And then now you have killed him off in this interview. She said, I've lost my father and I've lost a baby. She put them two together as deceased. She doesn't plan on talking to her father no more.
No.
It's
I've
a
lost
shame.
everything.
And you
I
want
lost
us
my
to
father.
care and give you empathy and feel sorry for you and pat you on the back and be like, poor Meghan, we're so sorry all this stuff happened to you. Like, what stuff? That you got married to a prince and got in there and started acting a fool? And not just that. Now you're blaming them. Now it's their fault. They planted stories. They were putting stories out there about you and Harry. Get
I
out
really
of
lost
here.
my name. I mean, there's the loss of identity.
I lost my name. You never wanted that name in the first place. You wanted Sussex. Remember?
But I'm still standing. And my hope for people.
Like she didn't came through something. Like she didn't triumphant through something real horrible that happened to her. The only thing that happened to you, the only thing that happened was the world's got a pain in the ass when you walked up in that front door and Harry unloaded you on them. That's what happened to them. A whole nightmare.
Here we go. I lost everything. I'm a victim. I lost my father. I lost my name. I lost everything.
I lost my father.
Like, I lost my identity. I lost my name. Well, you lost your name because you got married. That's what happens when you get married. But
Okay, Mac, how did she lose her father? How the hell do you kill off a whole dad? How do you kill off something that helped bring you into this world? And if it had not been for him, then you wouldn't be alive. Hello, your father, your inheritance, where you come from, Dingleberry.
She's always got to have this. On a 1 minute, she's a victim, and then she finishes off by being a hero. It's this.
Right.
He lives in a fantasy world where she's the victim, and then she's a victim, and then she's the hero. She's triumphant in all these terrible things that happened to her. I am triumphant, no matter what they threw at me. As this terrible victim, I lost my name, I lost my father, I lost everything. I was trapped in a tower. I wanted to unalive myself, and I couldn't help. I everything, but yet I am triumphant, and I am triumphant. I got through this, and it is this fantastical. I can't even say the word, but this fantasy world in which she lives in, that it has to be a hero and a villain and a victim and triumph over tragedy. It's just make believe.
It's make freaking believe. This is a made up fictitious story that Meghan has conjured up in her head, wrote the night before, and said, this is how we're going to play this, Oprah.
Yes.
It's a made up story, Penelope. It is a made up fictitious lie-a-thon that she made up, and it's just pathetic. It's really made up. It's really, really, really made up, guys. Her father, she put in the category with her deceased child next to her father that is alive, but he's dead to her.
By the way, when she lost a baby, there was 3, 4 different versions of how it happened.
Oh yeah.
Once again that, and I'm sorry if she did. I'm sorry for anyone who loses a child. It's horrendous. But she did 3, 4 different versions of how it happened. Once again, she can't even tell that story correctly, and this is why people are continuously like, we just don't believe you. There's too many versions.
It's too many versions. Which story? Because she keeps changing it, and she's lying about the story. That's why it's a lie. So every time she tells the story, the lie change, and that's why she can't keep the lie straight, because she's lying about the situation regardless. She finagles the truth all the time.
Identity, but I'm still standing, and my hope for people in the takeaway from this is to know that there's another side, to know that life is worth living.
Is it?
I'm so glad you see that now. We are going to take a break, y'all, and Harry's going to join us.
I nearly lost my name. I mean, there's the loss of identity that comes with risk of identity things. I mean, I've lost. There's a lot.
You haven't lost. We don't know who you are, so maybe you did lose yourself.
I don't even think she knows who she is at this point.
She doesn't know who the hell she is. And then she tried to come out and tell us like a whole bunch of different times, and we still don't know. She's been in every interview that we've seen. We still don't know who the hell she is. And that when she was 13, she worked at an ice cream shop.
That's been lost already. And I grieve a lot. I mean, I've lost my father. I lost a baby. I nearly lost my name. I mean, there's the loss of identity.
Oprah should have said, your father's still over there.
I nearly lost my name. I lost my identity. What do you mean? What does this mean?
What does it mean?
I don't know what she means.
She doesn't either. It's like a fairy tale she's coming out with to tell. I made it through. I conquered it all.
But I'm still standing. And my hope for people in the takeaway from this is to know that there's another side, to know that life is worth living.
Okay. I'm so glad you see that now. We are going to take a break,
She
y'all.
thought that was funny.
and
That ain't
Harry's
funny. We're going to take a break now. She's laughing.
Harry comes along. I just, when you put that together, she sits there and says,
What's funny?
the press. Exactly. So that's called duper's delight. That's called a duper's delight. When you're sitting there talking about something so sad and horrendous, and then you sit there laughing afterwards. That's
Right.
crazy.
Thinking it's funny, like I just unloaded.
See, I just sat there and I told you so many lies. And
I
you
told you I
believed
didn't want
me.
to hear no more about
And you believed me. I told you so many lies and you believed me. Ha ha ha. She's sitting there talking about press. I didn't see the press articles. You didn't see them. No, I didn't see them myself because other people told me. I wanted to unalive myself, but I couldn't get the help because HR wouldn't help me and people wouldn't help me. But I couldn't go to the hospital because, well, they locked me in my house and I couldn't go there.
Right.
And my husband wouldn't help me because he said, well, we got to go to the event and watch Cirque du Soleil. Can you just literally, you're listening to it, trying to put it all together, and you're just going, it gets from worse and worse and worse. And it's really crazy.
Mac, please stop the madness. You know good and well that her father was not trying to derail the wedding. No, her father was trying to get ready for the wedding. And what did she do? Tossed him to the curb. She made him look like an idiot, her own father. She wouldn't have want what she did to him done to her. But I guess it's okay because we're not thinking about how it would make me look or how I feel about it. Meghan, it doesn't matter.
The Mac Scooby-Doo, Omid Scooby, who wrote her books, went on television and said,
yes,
the letter she wrote to her father was designed to be released to the press or written with the press in mind.
Mm-hmm. And
he said it himself. She wrote that letter with the press in mind.
So
it was not her father who released it to the press. It was allegedly the 5 friends. She wrote the letter with the press in mind. Omid Scooby said so. It was then released into the public through her 5 friends.
Oh.
Right? And her father then released the letter in retaliation because he wanted to clear his name. Meghan and her 5 friends and Omid Scooby deliberately put out articles making her father look bad, and he released the letter to defend himself. This is highly documented, so I don't know what you're talking about, but if you did some research, you will find that what you've just said is completely not true.
Not true. And her father didn't try to sabotage her wedding. He didn't. And whatever he did, she should have forgave him because that's her father. There's a thing called forgiveness, but she knows nothing about that. So I guess it's okay for her to pronounce her dead.
Yeah.
Let's put it out there. How was he sabotaging her wedding? You never say how. Derail the wedding and how was she trying? How? There wasn't no derailment. There wasn't a moment that he tried to derail it. How did he try to derail her wedding? Do you see that, demon dictator?
No, they were all bad. They were all trying to get their 5 minutes of fame. The whole family, her brother, sister, they were all trying to cash in at that moment in time. They were all just as bad as each other.
I don't know if I wouldn't have been the same way. I don't know if I wouldn't have been the same way, especially if I had a sister that said that she didn't know me.
The Mac, you can Google that. You can see him on there. You can see Omid Scooby on the telly, on camera, saying that himself. You're not talking. What you're saying is not true.
I don't care what the father did. It is no excuse for her the way that she's treated her father. She's pathetic. And if she can treat family the way she does, then she'll treat a stranger any old way, just like Maggot. If you could treat a stranger, that a family member, someone that cares about you this way, what makes you think that your enemy, the people that you halfway like? I went somewhere else. Let's drop the subject. Moving on.
Yeah. And Ziggy Lee, you're correct. She did, even if they did have her passport, she went voluntarily outside. Yes.
Very
But even when she's saying that they had her passport, do you know how many holidays this woman took around the world? Like,
yeah, she could go wherever she wanted to go. She wasn't trying.
I believe they went to Ibiza, they went to various places, Amsterdam, they went to all these places, the Soho House in Istanbul, wherever it was, Ibiza. And they're saying that they took her passport away. Well, she did a lot of holidays for someone who couldn't get hold of her passport.
Okay.
So, yeah, there we go.
We'll be right back with Harry.
All right. We were going to come back tomorrow for Harry's section, and then we probably be done from there.
Yeah.
But our overall take on today is another Mimi show. This was another Mimi show. Me. And it was all negative. There was nothing positive about this segment. There was nothing
baby shower in New York. Baby shower in New York. Yes, Debbie. All of these places. She was free to go as she pleased, free to get her passport whenever she wanted. And if she was, if she was at baby shower in New York and she was feeling that way, she could have stayed in New York and got some help there with all her friends there. Serena was there, all of her friends. If she was sitting there saying, I feel this way, the royal family won't help me, she could have gone to Serena, her friends in New York, and stayed in New York and got herself some help.
Yep. Yep. She sure could have. She had her mom. She could have called her mom. Hey, Mom.
Yeah.
No, it just goes to show you that, I was relying on one source, and that source
legitimately can't get her help. They legitimately couldn't get her help.
I believe they gave her some advice and told her what to do. I don't think that they just kicked her smooth out.
Phone a doctor. Phone a doctor. The only person that can help you was a doctor. Phone a doctor.
Polo says, her dad always crying. He really wanted a relationship with her. He did.
He did.
He did want a relationship with his daughter, and wanted a relationship with probably Harry too. But Harry's no better, because it's not like Harry met the father, which he should have before he even married her. That's a custom over here, that you meet the father and you ask the father's hand in marriage. It's just tradition. But yeah, no, she treated her father like crap-a-doolittle, and she's still treating him that way. They can't see the grandkids, and they won't ever see the grandkids. She has claimed him to be dead.
Yeah.
Which is a sad situation. Sad situation.
Do you know what we should watch? We should watch the interview that the Australian guy did with the Markle family. They're all just as bad as each other, to be honest.
Yes, we can do that next. I also want to do, if we haven't done, I think we may have done this, that health interview. All four of them were on a panel, and she was talking about mental health. And then
whatever you want to do, we can do it all again.
Want to live.
We can do it again.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think that would be a good one. Well, guys, the Mimi show. I hope I did it for you guys. I hope me and Demon Dictator gave you guys a wonderful, wonderful show. I really do. I want to thank you guys so much for coming, for your comments. What do you think of the overall show we do? just tell me what you're thinking in the comments, especially my replay gang. Thank you guys that are in the bushes. Thank you, replay gang. Thank you, everyone. But thank you especially for Demon Dictator, one of my greatest mods. And along with Snowdrop, I thank you guys so much.
You're welcome. I'm just glad that I'm off work at the moment so I can help you.
Thank you, because I need it.
Oh, you're welcome.
Well, guys, thank you, Marie. Thank you, Polo. Thank you, Snowdrop. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, Mary Taylor. Thank you, Debbie.
Oh, you're welcome, everybody.
Oh, that's so nice. Just
say goodbye. Oh, I know. Bless you, Debbie. Agree or disagree, that's okay. We're all allowed our opinions, no problem.
Oh, yes. We do disagree, don't we? And we do come together when it's time. We're a great little family over here. And I have my little regulars, and it's just so good to see you guys.
Your subscribers has gone up.
It has?
Yeah, I saw it because I'm off work right now. I've got nothing to do but sit on YouTube, and it's gone up.
Hi, Marie. God, guys, we're at 6.4 thousand 400 subscribers. Whoa, that's like 100 and something that just happened. You know, I said I've been advertising a little bit too. So I want to appreciate you guys for subscribing out there. Thank you for my new subscribers. Make sure you're also subscribed. Just check it and make sure. Thomas is
well done.
Yeah, or her brother.
Well done to you.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone. I'm going to get some dinner.
What are you going to eat?
I've got it's like a chicken steak thing with some red sauce on it. I can't remember. It's Parmesan. Chicken Parmesan. It's very nice. Parmigiano. Mac, we'll get into that tomorrow. The Mac, I tell you what, tomorrow I'm going to Google it and we'll bring it up where Omid Scooby says that. We'll do it tomorrow. Same time, same place, Mac, and we'll do that tomorrow.
Yeah, and Mac, anybody that you recommend that you want us to watch, feel free. We can watch your stuff. Right? We can, if they'll let us to watch it. Because he always says I pick things that are so against Meghan. So why not pick someone that is for Meghan? So we can debunk them.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to Mimi our way out of here.
Okay. Bye-bye, everyone. See you later.
Bye-bye. Mimi Show. It's the Mimi Show. It's the Mimi Show. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Demon Dictator. The Mimi Show. The Mimi Show. What are you guys going to do for the rest of the day?
The Mimi Show.
It's time to redo my hair. The Mimi Show, the Mimi Show.
It's the Mimi Show, the Mimi Show. It's the Mimi Show. Oh, oh, yeah.
All right. Says Ziggy Lee, Chick with the Crown says, if she truly tried to unalive herself, she would be unsuccessful as her business ventures. This I didn't want to live is a lie for her grift. Interesting. That's true. Yep, she wasn't going to give that up. Right. I know what you're saying, Mac. Yes, it's going to be interesting. I mean, listening to the other side of the spectrum is going to be interesting. Mwah. Love you guys.